Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and we were right. WandaVision, sneak peek, Vision, tier 3, the full package, baby. Tune in next week. Stand by for WandaVision. WandaVision. So we get a sneak peek way earlier than I expected. I was expecting to see sneak peeks in 2 or 3 days, maybe. But our the sort of idea that we had, our suspicions have now been confirmed. That was the word I was looking for. Suspicions. Remember, the Cage and Kim live stream to celebrate the 6-year anniversary had so many WandaVision clues, both visual and verbal, from both Cage and Kim. You're a Vision in red, please stand by, etc. And now we have proof. Yes, this is so exciting, and this is such a good sneak peek. I'm just gonna let this baby run in the background, maybe for the whole video. I don't know, because this is so good. This is one of the sneak peek team's best work. Noah and co, you are literal gods. And I really think more mobile games need to adopt this sneak peek thing because it's so good. I mean, Fortnite kind of does it, and some other games do it, but it's just such a good way to get people hyped for new content. And it really allows the web of media, especially when what you're doing exists in other medias, like, you know, it exists on TV, it exists in movies, in comics, right, in graphic novels. It allows you to thread together all these interrelated themes, and it just looks so gorgeous, man. And anyways, it's awesome. So yeah, huge shout out to the sneak peek team. We get to see a first look at the brand new uniform for Scarlet Witch. It looks absolutely gorgeous, of course, from her final fight with Agatha. It's exactly straight out of that. And then we see White Vision. Yeah, White Vision. And then on top of that, we get the tier 3 sneak peek there where the T and the E flips to a 3. Such a good touch. Like, seriously. I think the sneak peek was made by Wanda herself because it's just so dead on. It's so perfect. The music, everything. And of course the T3, Scarlet Witch already has her tier 3, so there's only one candidate, and that's Vision himself. So we are getting we're getting another Blast tier 3, and this time it's going to be for Vision. And the really spicy thing is we're getting a tier 3 for Vision, who may be getting a villain uniform, because that white uniform, that White Vision, is not supposed to be very emotional, right? He's supposed to be sort of devoid of emotions. And you guys saw that he was in sort of attack mode against our regular colored Vision. And so there's a very good chance that we're getting a villain uniform. So kind of like Tony Stark, shades of Tony here with this uniform in tier 3. I am so hyped. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I want to appreciate the sneak peek a little bit more, and I want to start pausing this because it might be sending some of you into a bit of a tizzy here, listening to this audio over and over and over again while I speak. But anyways, the sneak peek starts off. We've got your typical, whatever, 1970s, 1960s home. We've got the old TV. As you slowly cycle through, you have to go frame by frame because some of these transitions are so quick. You start to get some glitching, which is normal, but look at this. It glitches and it changes the house, which is really cool. The plants change to a table, so this starts to look more modern, more like maybe 80s or 90s. You've got those neutrons on the wallpaper that might be hinting at sort of, Vision and stuff like that. And then for a brief second here, you see some other stuff that's sort of jumbled in there, but for a brief second, the TV actually changes. As it zooms in, it shows Vision. And then for a brief second, boom, look at this. We flash forward into the future. You got a futuristic light, you got a different table, you've got this nice sort of flat screen TV. This looks like it's 90s or 2000s, and the image has changed. I think it's still Vision. I'm not exactly sure what is there on the screen. It may be 2 people holding hands, I'm not sure, but for just a few frames, I think it's 3 frames, 3 whole frames, we get this nice little Easter egg, and then it goes back to the TV. But of course, the TV is now in this new location in the present, or in an earlier present, and we see a closer look at Vision, and then it cuts over to Wanda again. And again, these are their exact looks from WandaVision, from the TV show. So kudos to the art team, Kudos to the people that make the uniforms and the skills and stuff. I cannot wait. The possibilities for these uniforms and just how insanely hyped they're going to be is something that my brain cannot fully calculate at this moment. I'm still rendering a verdict. So we get a little bit more glitching here, and again, the TV changes. I know this doesn't amount to anything in game, but this level of detail is just so appreciated by me and by a lot of fans. We're really lucky to have a team that works so hard on this game for something that's 14 seconds long, you know? And in less than a week, it's going to be live, and then people will you kind of forget about it, right? But this just builds so much organic hype. You got a lava lamp, which tells you that you're in the 70s, right? So it's a really nice sort of period piece that grounds the background. And you got a kind of a groovy wallpaper there with those circular shapes. And this TV is still playing Wanda. And again, it only lasts for 3 frames. I don't know if that's a tier 3 hint or not, but exactly 3 frames. And then we cut back to the TV, but of course the TV has kind of teleported into the 70s vibe room. And then we have Wanda and Vision flying side by side, which is pretty cool. Vision looks kind of menacing as usual, as White Vision would look, kind of freaky deaky. But I gotta say, Wanda looks amazing. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And then we get a final look at her, and then she decides she's had enough of being in the TV. She decides to come out. So the TV starts to show you that red, green, and blue sort of static, that kind of, that effect that we talked about that was in the live stream with Cage and Kim. And then the color, look at this. The color comes in from the corners first. The color comes in from the corners and illuminates everything and makes everything red. And then her power, her hex magic actually starts to seep out of the corners of the screen. It looks so cool. And this is where we get our best look, our clearest look at this uniform. And you could slow this down and screenshot it, and you could bring down some of the levels, and you can see how she looks a little bit more clearly, but it looks awesome. And then it says tune in next week, of course, and then you've got the T3. And of course that T3 could only be for Vision, because like I said, Quicksilver's already got his tier 3, Wanda's already got her tier 3. It's not going to be for any new characters because no one else was shown here at this point in time. And then really good sign here. Costumes inspired by WandaVision, now streaming on Disney+. So here's the thing. Now that we know that we can get a mid-month update or a full update from the Disney+ shows, that opens the doors, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost a guarantee. It's not a guarantee, but I would say it is almost a guarantee that somewhere down the line later this year, we're going to be getting a new uniform for Bucky. Short-haired Bucky. He'll finally get the rework he deserves because he's one of the worst tier 3s, and he never got a uniform when he got his tier 3 last year. And then more importantly, a character that's been terrible for literally years, Falcon, will finally get... Well, here's the thing. He already has a Captain America uniform, but it's bad. It's just really bad. And it was released like 5 years ago or whatever. Yeah, 5 years ago. And of course, I can't find him now because I'm blind. But yeah, so Falcon will get sort of a redo of this uniform to look more like Anthony Mackie and just look more, not 2015 because those wings are super duper flat. There's like nothing to those wings. They're literally flat. But yeah, he'll get a brand new uniform. He should get a brand new uniform. That could be absolutely sick. We could get a uniform for Baron Zemo. We could get one of the Flag Smashers as a character. We could get US Agent, right? John Walker as a new character. The possibilities are really huge. Furthermore, we know that shortly after Falcon and the Winter Soldier is over, Loki is getting his show. You could absolutely be getting a Disney Plus uniform for Loki, and then some subsequent uniforms or characters based on what happens in the Loki TV show. And that one really opens things up because they deal with time travel and the penalties involved in jumping through space and sort of, disrupting the flow of time. So this sneak peek, although it's, just 2 characters that already exist in the game getting new uniforms, it actually has so much more meaning for the longevity of this game, because now we know that Marvel Future Fight is committed to not only releasing updates for basically every single MCU movie. We've got so many slated just for this year alone: Eternals, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, and Black Widow. Bang, 4 that still haven't released, and we're already 4 months into the year. Yeah. But on top of that, we could be seeing peppered in between there mid-month updates or full updates for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, and then anything else. There's going to be a show for Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. There's so many shows. So this is huge. This was really the big one, the big coconut that we had to crack to know that, you know, the future is even brighter. So I am absolutely, like, I'm ecstatic for this. Really, really excited for Scarlet Witch, I have to say, because she's like a fringe character at this point. She has really strong skills. She has a really strong 4-star passive with the heal and the reflect. She's got a great leadership for endgame content, and her passive is pretty good. But if she just gets a little bit of a tune-up, if she gets some accumulation, if she had some other skills here, she is going to turn into an absolute monster. Her uniform passive is actually not even that bad. She's got damage reduction and mind damage, so she could really benefit from just a few tweaks that could skyrocket her to like rogue status or higher. There's also the possibility she gets turned into a universal type, which I know quite a few ABX players are very excited at the prospect of. I saw them chatting it up, literally salivating over the idea of a replacement for Captain Marvel, who has literally reigned Universal Female Supreme for 2 years and a month. So that's a dang long time. Remember dang long? Anywho, and then for Vision, man, Vision. I think he's going to remain a blast type, although he has already transitioned to Universal once before, but I think he's going to be a blast type. He's going to be a blast villain, which is going to put him in very, very aggressive territory with Mephisto, Iron Man, and Moonstone. So, you know, it'll be tough for him to compete with them, but he has sort of the opposite problem of Scarlet. Scarlet has good passives and bad skills. Vision has bad passives. He just needs the passives buffed and the leadership buffed, because his skills are nice. He's got a nice frenzy buff here. He's got more damage in AoE here with short cooldowns. He's got accumulation. He's got a pretty nice accumulation here, which we know is very, very good for endgame content. And he's got some other things going on, but his skills look really, really cool. I can't wait to see if he's going to pull out a giant ship of Theseus and then just throw it on the enemy's head and explode them. His tier 3 should be gorgeous. I cannot wait for that. So, you know, these two characters represent some of the coolest animations possible in the game, with the intangibility and the hex and things like that. Could you imagine if, for example, one of Scarlet Witch's skills... Okay, not right now, Baldy. Could you imagine if one of Scarlet Witch's skills changes the game's colors and goes into black and white, or vice versa, right? I would lose my mind. That would be absolutely... That would just be like, you would just, you know, it would chain gang. You'd be just blowing it up. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just throwing out verbs and adjectives. I don't even know. Yeah, that would just blow my mind. And that doesn't even explain what it would actually do. So yeah, last but not least here, I want to just quickly cover what they say on the forum. Here is an interesting video to our agents. A powerful force that affects time and reality, that's Wanda, contains the story of two unique heroes looking for their place to call home. Really, really nice sentimental callback to the show, getting me kind of choked up here. Their bond perseveres. And of course, we know that famous line from Vision where he says, "What is grief if not love persevering?" So really, really nice homage to the show. Obviously, they were just waiting for some kind of press embargo or whatever. You know, there was theories about Netflix not being available in Korea or whatever. I don't think it had anything to do with that. They just wanted to do it right because it's such a good show and it deserves to be done right. And that's I think the attitude and the sort of expectations that we should have moving forward for these kinds of things, for both the games, the TV shows and the movies. It's better for them to take their time and release it after and get it right and have it be perfect than to try to rush it out. I mean, Marvel's going to do Marvel. They can do whatever they want, but I'm just saying my personal opinion and what I would maybe hope to see, right? Rather than releasing an update that's tied to a movie or tied to a TV show the same week or the week after it releases, and it's just a bunch of guesswork, like, oh, we think Shang-Chi is like this, we think this is like this. Maybe, you know, just delay it. I mean, again, it's not up to me at all, but I'm much happier with this, where we know this is going to be side-by-side comparison, Wanda in the TV show, Wanda in the game, exactly the same. you know, White Vision. You can't really get White Vision wrong, but White Vision in the TV show, White Vision in the game. It's going to be the same. So it's going to be sick. Anywho, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I have been, you know, just super psyched about this since I saw it. And for those of you wondering, my bingo board is looking pretty spicy already. So yeah, we are in for a wild ride the next few days. And for those of you wondering, I think the update should land. It says down there, it says details can be found in the soon to come patch notice for these inspired costumes. I'm imagining it's going to drop on Monday or Tuesday. So we still have about 3 days to go before then. But who knows? It may come earlier because the sneak peek is definitely early compared to when it usually is for these mid-month updates. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. How hype are you for this? And I get to keep my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.